What's going on, guys? Rob from ClicksGeek, and in this video I wanted to run through an Instapage landing page example that we use in the pest control industry that is converting at over 30% at the moment, and I will also show you inside look at this Google Ads campaign where we are running this exact landing page where you can see the conversion rate and the stats and all that good stuff. So what you're looking at right now is inside of our Instapage landing page builder, and this is the page. All right, so there's something you should know right off the bat, though. This page is driving phone calls only. All right, now I shouldn't say only. So out of 30 leads we get every 30 days, so the last 30 days they got 30 leads. All right, out of those 30 leads, 2 were form submissions. So it's important to understand that the majority of the traffic we are driving to this page is mobile. So these are phone calls. All right, this template works and it makes them pick up the phone and call, and I'm gonna run through it with you and kind of walk you through why it does that. All right, so we start up here. The top thing here, we have our 3 main benefits. Now this doesn't have to be these 3 right here. Right, you can, if you're a pest control company or if your client is pest control, you can put any other things here. You could do A+ BBB accredited. You could do you know, 2020 Angie's List Award winner, something like that. It doesn't have to be this. So that's just something to keep in mind. You only want to think of these as bullet points or benefits. Then you come down here, you drop your logo. Then we have our main call to action, which is pest removal estimate. And we have this nice big number here, and this, we have to make sure this is click to call. That's very, very important. Now, if you don't know how to make a number click to call in Instapage, it's simple. You just come up here, copy, open the link, outside URL, track. That's it. Now the number is click to call. So we come down here and we have our main header, which is top rated pest control company, serving city name. Really, really, really important that you put the city name in here, okay? Because this is gonna do, it's gonna do two things. You're gonna, when someone comes to this landing page, they're coming because they came from an ad saying, hey, we're a pest removal company in location, whatever their location is. So then they come to this landing page, they say, hey, they're getting hit right away. Hey, we're a pest removal company, get a free estimate, and we're in your city and surrounding areas, because not everyone's going to be in your city, especially if you're running Google ads. They're going to get people sporadically on the outskirts of it. So it's always nice to throw in like a surrounding areas type thing. But it's really important that you guys are calling out the location of where these people are coming from, because they associate that with, it's a trust signal, and they associate that. So that's important to understand. Now this doesn't have to be top rated pest control company. It could be award winning pest control company. It could be, you know, local local pest control company serving city name, surrounding area. I don't know. You got to get creative with your own copy, but the point is you got to be creative with it, and you have to A/B test these pages too. Okay, these pages don't just come out of Instapage's templates converting at 30%. Unfortunately, you got to A/B test different content. You got to make sure your message match is perfect. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that the keywords and the ads driving the traffic to the page are all in line with what's on the page. Right? So if this is a pest control page, we want to make sure we're calling out every single type of pest that somebody who's searching pest control removal or pest control company that they're looking to have removed. It could be raccoons, ants, bees, wasps, whatever. Down here is where we want to call all of that stuff out, and we're going to list it. Even if you have to have 3 or 4 columns of all the pests, it doesn't matter. The more the better, because it's only going to throw more fishing nets out there to capture and pull in those phone calls. All right, so below the main header, we have 3 pictures. These are 3 images. You can put them in squares or circles. I like circles because they work, but that's just me. The most important thing is, do not use stock photos. Please, for the love of God, don't use stock photos. It'll tank your conversion rate. You need authentic photos in here, all right? So that could be a picture of you and your team, or your office building, or your team out on a job, or a job site that you're working on. Maybe a guy walking around spraying, doesn't really matter, as long as they're authentic. That's the most important thing. Then below that, we have more benefits. We do 3 more benefits. Remember, you can do whatever you want here. It doesn't have to be this. Then below that, we do a content block. And we do a little about us type thing. Excuse me 1 second. So we do a content block here. And that's going to be like about your company, where you're located, stuff like that. Then below that, we're going to do pests we can help with. Remember, this is Very, very important. So we want to list as many pests as possible and just do them columns over, or you can go all the way down, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Then below that, we have the final paragraph content block. And that's going to be basically your closing argument. Hey, you should call us because. And then next to that, below here, we usually use this space to throw in pictures of pests. So we'll do like a bee, an ant, and a wasp or something like that, or a raccoon or whatever. And then we'll do 4 on top, 4 on bottom, or you can do 6 and 6 or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Then we have our form here, and you can see this is this is a legitimate lead form. This is not, so this 30% conversion rate, this is coming from this form and these phone calls, but these forms are legit. They're not, just emails, name and email. These are legitimate name, phone number, email, type of pest you have, which everyone always fills this out, but we make it optional because it's less threatening when it says optional there, just a little conversion factor. And we have our call to action here, which is request a free estimate. You could try, I would definitely split test this to get it even higher. You could get rid of pests or whatever. Call 555, whatever, put your number in here, make sure it's click to call, see how I hover over it, there's a link. Fill out your form below, schedule your free pest removal estimate. All right, submit request, and this is also important. Your information is secure. So you have to make sure that you have some kind of thing here that's letting these people know your information is safe. And also, please make sure if you're not in the United States that you're following, or even if you are, that you're following the GDPR guidelines. And I'll make another video for that, but if you don't know what that is, start Googling it because it's important. Next, we come down here and we have 3 more benefits. Now, I usually would like to keep these pretty consistent throughout the page, but we probably really should break this off. I would actually take this opportunity to try 3 different benefits. That's definitely worth a split test. And what I mean by that is 3 different benefits than the main header up here. Come down here, contact information. We do a little blurb about the company, just 1 paragraph. Then below that, right here, this is really important. We put the address of the company. It's just another trust signal layered on top of this page that shows we're a legitimate company. Final call to action, call to schedule your estimate. So that's right here. And then this is also very important. Areas we serve. List every single city that your client serves or you serve. It doesn't matter if it's 100 of them. List as many as you possibly can. All right, it's important. It's important for quality score reasons too, especially if you're going after geo ad groups in your Google Ads campaigns. This page is missing a privacy policy. You know what? I should just add one because I keep making these videos and I never have it in here. So add your privacy policy in there. With Instapage, we can just make it, if you check this out, just highlight it, click the link here, and we'll do pop-up. And then we can just do a pop-up here and throw some text in. And we can just paste, if you have your privacy policy on your main website, you can just copy that and drop it in here, or you can create a new one, whatever you want to do. So let's just kind of do something like this. So we'll do a little privacy policy here. Perfect. All right, so that's just gonna be a link that I click that's gonna pop up. No one really goes to that anyway, but it's just important for the Google bots to see that you have a privacy policy, and legally it's good to have. And that's really it for this landing page. It's really basic, but here's where the magic happens. That is on the mobile side, okay? So we have our logo here. It's going to be a logo of your company. Big call to action, right in your face. Call for a free pest removal estimate. Giant click to call number. Then below that, we're just hitting with trust signals. Top rated pest control company in their city and surrounding areas. Authentic photos right here. We're reinforcing the 3 benefits right here. We're talking about our company. And here's the kill shot right here. We are solving their problem. So here's where we're saying they're obviously landing on this page because they have a pest they need removed or they wouldn't be here. So right here is where they're going to find their answer, and they're either going to scroll up and just call you, or they're going to scroll down and see the form and just fill it out. Most of the time, using this design, they're going to call you. So keep that in mind. And then it's the same thing. Just scroll down here. We've had the images here and our address and all that. So it's all laid out nice and neat. All right, so let me just update this page because I was making some changes to it. And then we'll pop over into Google Ads and I'll show you this campaign over the last 30 days, which is right here, Pest and Wildlife. Client spending $100 a day over the last 30 days, which was March 31st, 2020 to April 29th, 2020. And sidebar here, I'm actually surprised the conversion rate is what it is right now at 30% compared to with what's going on right now in the world with the COVID-19 stuff. So I'm assuming that once this stuff this is a brand new client, he just started in March, so we don't really have that much data on him yet. So I'm assuming that once this COVID-19 stuff is over and people start getting more comfortable with letting service-based guys come out to their house, this conversion rate is probably going to skyrocket. I guarantee it's going to go into the 40s. All right, so $100 a day, 3,400 impressions in that 30 days, 98 clicks, 2.8% click-through rate. Average cost per click was $41, which is a little pricey, but we're working on whittling that down. The total cost was $4,094 over those 30 days. He got 30 leads. Remember I said 28 of those were inbound phone calls, 2 were form submissions. Cost per lead $136, which I'm not happy with, but we're working on getting that down. I want that under 80, to be honest with you. But conversion rate 30%, and I'm happy with that. If we get all of our clients going at 30%, that's a total win. Anything over 20 is really a win, but these 30%ers they're great. They're exactly where I want to be. So if you guys have any questions about the pest control landing page or this campaign, drop those in the comment section below this video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. There's a little red button in the bottom right. Click that, subscribe, and if you're interested in learning more about how we create these high converting landing pages, check out our landing page course, Landing Page Academy. I'll put a link for that in the description as well.